Nightmares coming out. How I can't wait for them to extend on the lore. How obviously only us three understand the emotional, like, visceral
I
reaction that we
know.
had during Little Nightmares. It's very hard to recreate, and I'm very, very, very excited, especially after the last time I read into it, they said they would never make another one.
And
I
the goal,
completely agree.
the goal is to, and no, it's not a goal because it's gonna happen.
Kinsey and I are
We're
going to
going
stream
to
it.
stream it, okay? And we're gonna record it, and we're gonna fucking upload it, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna record the bod, and we're gonna make it into a video, like a YouTube video,
And
edited.
and
Oh yeah.
we're gonna PNG tube it, all right?
Oh my god, we should
PNG
start
tuber.
preparing our PNG
Yes,
things now
yes,
and get all the equipment set up so that there's no dilly dallying.
exactly. I'm going to draw all of them. What do you think?
Hey,
Well,
can
I'm
you
gonna
I
do
say
that one.
something?
Yeah,
I like to imagine that this train is hitting the people, not actually picking them up for a trip.
It's not though.
I think that's
Oh my god,
funny.
I
Caleb,
get
pick
too,
up the person, damn it!
I was too scared to get too close to the edge.
I was getting mad.
Look, that one was you because it had
It's
a
giving
skateboard.
worm.
Yeah, it is worm, but your train's dead.
Snake.
Worm. Worm.
I like to think I'm hitting them though, because look, you don't pick up people from the side of the front of the bus. You pick them up from the side. And look, see, dead.
Okay, Kaylin, I'm gonna need you to lose this game so we
Stop.
can move on.
I beat my high score.
I think I just bled through my tampon.
Thanks,
Disgusting.
Kinsey. Wave.
I'm not gonna check either. I'm just gonna accept my fate.
Ryan's not going to do the wave tonight.
I love doing that. I
Too late.
personally want to start a sub podcast or maybe not a YouTube channel, a podcast where I just talk unsolicited information about my body as a woman, and I don't want to be
We can totally do
judged.
that,
What?
because we'll call it like the period pod, and we'll upload every 27 days, just like your period comes. I was just telling Kaylin how I listen to this podcast, and the one guy, his name's Austin Show. He's like super gay. Love him. He is on the podcast with like other guys and a woman, and sometimes the woman will randomly talk about how her period is, or something her vagina or woman body is doing, specifically like her vaginal area. And he, as a gay man, will be like, whatever your body is doing, it's beautiful, it's natural, it's lovely. And they all dog on him. They're like, Austin, shut up, stop trying to be this hyper feminist. And it's so funny because he just does it because he's a gay man who doesn't understand anything about the women's body. And he's just like, whatever it's doing down there, it's beautiful, it's natural.
Honestly,
it's
I really like that support
in the
though.
world.
I think that's pretty
Huh?
fucking funny. Like
Oh, it is.
I would be like, thank you. I actually like that validation. Like, I think it's really funny to joke about that stuff, but, I have to know the room because who's joking about it and what's their intention behind it. Because I'm joking about it because clearly sometimes some embarrassing shit can happen, but I'm not talking about it to, like, roast women compared to other people who would be like, ew, periods, get out of my face,
Is this your water bottle, Mariah?
I wish I could fucking see.
It was the one you left on my flower coaster.
Did Kaylin really just ask us, is this your water bottle when her camera don't even fucking work? Like, what was that about?
Obviously, I'm sitting at the desk.
No, I'm saying from our perspective, like, we're just on this damn computer. We're like, what bottle? Like,
It made sense to me. I just know that I don't get a lot of microphone time when you're in storytelling mode, and I was like, if I'm going to interject, I got to interject fast, get in, get out. Keep it short, keep it sweet.
Shut the hell up.
No,
You want to see my painting I'm working on for Kaylee?
And
I want to
Sasuke-
see something rot inside of resin.
Ryan, what's that? Who's that?
This character that Kaylee likes from her anime.
Yeah, the free character got to cut right, or Shinha.
Yeah.
Look,
for
this is Mariah doing something for herself. This is Mariah doing something for somebody else. That's
Can you imagine, like, when you
myself.
think of like a raw little chunk of meat inside of resin, what would it do? Would it be mummified, or would you watch it go disgusting?
I think it would rot.
I want
Like,
to
you
see
would
it.
have watched the like bacteria form.
Cause like
But
there's
what-
oxygen on the meat. Like it just because we took it out of oxygen doesn't mean there's not some still
But-
like on the meat,
Yeah, but I want to see it deprived of even getting any more oxygen. Like, if the bacteria, you need to use it up.
Like would it just like start to rot but then just stop is what you're saying?
or like do something different chemically. I don't
I
know.
think
What
he
it
would
like?
form a whole colony in there, like a bacteria colony.
Yeah, and then maybe it'd be a serious outbreak if the resin ever broke
Yeah, don't
because
do
it's
that.
never before seen
You
one. Oh,
cause the next pandemic, broski.
I'm just saying, it's possible.
Here's my painting for myself.
The
Are you
Shenhe one?
Arya Stark?
The Shenhe one?
Yep,
Wow.
she's looking great, isn't she? That ass.
It
There's
looks
not
like
there's
Arya
not
Stark
even no
from Game of
drawing.
Thrones.
Obviously, continue.
All
I
right,
just can't.
Sasuke
Did
is
you get it,
not a
Kinsey? Did you get it, Kinsey?
yes. Sasuke is not a bad husband, by the way.
Are you just hopping right in?
I'm gonna go change
Yes.
my tampon. Actually,
Well, it's okay because what Kayla and I
Whatever
were
your
talking about.
body's doing,
It's
whatever it's doing,
beautiful.
it's beautiful and
It's
nasty. Just kidding. I'm
okay.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm just kidding.
actually go back and forth on this conversation about Sasuke being a good or bad parent, and I think he's half good, half bad parent, personally. Go on. Because, one, Sasuke has to leave the village to protect the village because there's too many superpowers within the Hidden Leaf Village that other villages could come and try to take if they wanted to. Like the fact that he has the Rinnegan in his eyeball, like people would try to take that as
He
it has
waited too
shown.
long to make a move towards Sakura, and that makes my Leo Venus not want to wait for him. I don't wait like that.
Yeah, you being a Leo Venus, I could see you not waiting for him, but like his entire clan died in front of him, and at the end of the day, like, can we really say how much trauma that would be? And his brother killed them all too, so that's another layer of trauma. It's his brother. So like I don't think Sasuke and that happened when he was young too. So that did something to his brain more than if an adult saw it or something, even though it would still be traumatizing to an adult. So like I just don't think that man developed properly and I think Sakura loved him for where he was at, you know, stunted in his emotional growth and was willing to work with him alongside it. Um so but I would not. I would not wait for that.
Yeah,
not spoiled
I never did.
friendly podcast.
Yeah, before we even start the show. You're listening
Naruto's
to
been out
Post Credit
forever.
Depression,
So if
where
you
we
don't
discuss
already
the
know, you're a
current
dum dum.
hyperfixation. My name is Kaylin, and I want to punch Kinsey in the face.
Say that again.
Oh, really?
No, I'll just
Welcome to
mute him.
Welcome to Post Credit Depression, where we talk about this
You
week's
don't do it for
current
your own episode. That we've
hyperfixation.
never done that
I'm gonna do
before.
whatever I
Never
want.
before been seen.
You're
This
listening to
is
Post Credit Depression, where we talk about this week's current hyperfixation.
hello. My name's Kinsey, and my fun fact is that my art TikTok got more than 1,000 views today, which they never have before. So I'm happy. I will not be saying the account name because I don't want people I know to find it.
My name's Mariah, and my fun fact is I started daily journaling. Hey, Kinsey,
What?
what did we watch this week?
She said, "What?"
Naruto, Shonen Jump.
Naruto. Your absolute favorite?
No, not my absolute favorite, but I really love it.
Your
Like
nostalgic favorite?
Naruto was my first ever anime that took my anime virginity, okay? And actually, my ex-boyfriend, he was like my first boyfriend kind of that I ever had, made me watch it. And he forced me through the first several episodes because he was like, it's bad and you have to get through it if you want to like it. And I honestly complained the entire time. And I ended up liking it like on the third or fourth episode. Um, and after that, I just started watching it like crazy. And I broke up with him pretty soon after that. But I like literally actually pretty soon after that, like a month or so after. But the anime made me so happy. I really connected with the main character, Naruto. Um, which I don't know if that's a red flag, but whatever. I really liked the anime because I felt like it hit home for some family issues, but
Yeah,
also,
I actually wrote down a quote. Give me a second.
I bet Mariah really liked these
On
family
the
issues.
first episode, I looked at this man through the screen and I said, I have never in my life seen more of a Kinsey coded character. And he said, to his sensei, he said, "I have to be better than all of them, and show all the people who disrespected me that I'm the best." And I was like,
She wrote it down. Well,
Oh, but when you read it like that, like, you know, you don't read it and you're like, oh, a determined, hot headed, you know, driven little character who has a sad little story. You wrote it like that, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
you know,
"Listen,
maybe we'll go into more of the examples of how I resonate with him as I ask you guys questions because I feel like that'll be funner to do. But yes, that is a great one that you just started off with, and I think it'll be funner the more we go through at where I'll say where I kind of really resonate with Naruto, and I still do. So I wanted to ask you guys, since I hated the first like 3 episodes, what did you guys think of the 5 episodes that we watched from like were there some things you really hated at the beginning or some things you really liked?
I think that early Naruto in general, which is why I haven't like picked up running with the entire series. I have seen about every spoiler to man. I have watched the movies. I obviously was alive during Naruto Shippuden airing on random episodes, so I've seen random episodes. I've seen it out of order. I see that it's something that I could like, but when I start from the beginning, as you should, I think that it is that older style of storytelling with anime where I feel like a lot of it gets drug out. I mean, maybe not these first 5 in particular, but I know for sure this first, you know, Shonen Jump season 1, it's like I feel like the story could be told like, you know, 2 episodes could have been told in one kind of vibe. Like they really stretch it out, and it makes it's maybe it's the day and age we live in now where, you know, we're not like little kids, like middle school night where we could just endlessly watch TV. We got stuff to do. So I'm just like, you know, dang, I watched just 20 minutes and like the plot has hardly progressed. And so it makes it hard to start the show, which I feel really guilty for because I know there's like 700 more I'm like staring in the face that I have to freaking watch in order. But that's my honest feedback of the beginning. I find, you know, obviously the beginning endearing though, and I'll probably miss it when I'm gone though because it has its really good moments. And I'll talk about my favorite parts in a bit, but there are redeemable moments where it's like I can see why it's a what's it called a good start for like a hero. You know what I mean? Like a good start for a hero's journey.
Yeah, we'll start off with what you didn't like. That's a good idea. Mariah, what did you not like about the first 5 episodes?
um, well, I've told you before. I've never watched all of Naruto. I've watched a lot of it. It's been a long time since I've watched Naruto, let alone since I watched the first 5 episodes. So I was like, okay, here I got to dive into this to remember that they're children, literally like 10-year-old children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I forgot how like moody they make Sasuke like at the beginning. I was like, ugh, this is bad. Like I remembered Sakura being like herself, but like I forgot how like annoying Sasuke kind of is.
Annoying.
Yeah, and then obviously
I
I
love
wasn't
him.
complaining because I got to see my man straight from the beginning. So we know how I feel about him. So I'm not complaining about seeing Kakashi bright and early. Um, but one of my biggest gripes is forgetting how often Naruto comes in saying "believe it" over and over and over again.
Listen, you gotta say it to believe it.
There was like an episode where I think he said it like 5 times in one sentence.
Believe it. Yeah.
And it'd be like his subconscious thought saying "believe it," and then him verbally saying it, and then he'd be like, "You've got to believe it," and I'm like, I'm like, the
Yes.
power manifestation is real, but please, I get it.
Yeah, I also like. Sorry, I went straight into what I like, but is it time
Wait,
for
let me
that?
ask another question.
Okay.
What did you guys think of Aruka Sensei?
He is
Who's that?
the one in the first episode, right? Yeah,
He's
yeah,
his
yeah.
like first teacher, and he like
I already know spoilers about him, so I really like him, but I think the first episode's really funny when he steals like the scroll and stuff. I like that whole like arc through that. And I like how there's no reprimanding. He's just now an OP like, you know, multiplying ninja, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I have a question.
Hmm.
How was Naruto able to do the Shadow Clone Jutsu so effortlessly? Is it because of the nine-tailed fox within him?
Yeah. So so in this world, you use chakra to do ninjutsu, um, or genjutsu, and that's basically just another fancy word for
Or
energy.
taijutsu.
For taijutsu does use chakra, but you don't need to use chakra as much. Like the whole reason Rock Lee does taijutsu is because he can't do ninjutsu. So the only way he knows how to use chakra is through taijutsu, and it's debatable. I think it's just as powerful as ninjutsu, but a lot of people think it's not in the show, like the characters. They think that you can't utilize chakra as strongly through taijutsu, which is hand-to-hand combat, compared to ninjutsu, which is like I'm just gonna call it magic, like elemental shit, right? But anyways, chakra is the energy that makes you do that, right? Every single person has a chakra reserve or like an amount that they have. Like you could call it endurance, for example. You can get better the older you are, like by kind of like if you were running a marathon, for example, or um, or you don't. Like it
Is it
just
like the
it comes
gym?
down.
Like if I don't use it, I lose it, or does it
Yeah, it could
stay the
also come
same?
down to genetics because like the world of Naruto always talks about like certain clans have specific genetic powers that they pass down through their children. So like um I can't like I can't think of any examples right now, but like certain clans are just gonna have either better chakra reserves, they could have better like ninjutsu skills themselves, better genjutsu skills, right? So it's like a game of like think about your body if you're working out. Like you can work out and you can build muscle, but there's a certain like level where you can't get past because genetically like you just sorry dog, you got a bad bag of genes, you know? So for Naruto, his his chakra pool, you don't know how big it is, Mariah, because you haven't seen the diagram yet. Because when you watch more of the show, you will. But it is so fucking huge. It is literally ginormous, and it's because he has the nine-tailed fox sealed within him. And the fact that these few episodes, he doesn't even know how to use the nine-tailed fox's powers at all. Like not even a tenth. He doesn't even know how to use a tenth of it, and he was able just to learn this jutsu using like a drop of this man's power. You know, I wouldn't even call it a drop, dog. Like when you see the diagram, you'll be like, no wonder he was able to do the shadow clone jutsu. You know what I'm saying? As much as he did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's why he was able to do it. It's not necessarily because he's really skilled. It's because he had a lot of energy, and he practiced enough, right? So when it
Vance
came down to
couldn't even do the regular jutsu that morning.
yeah, but you know what? The pressure got to him, and he did the right shit, and then at the same time had released the amount of energy to have that many shadow clones. So you know that's why he was able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
But
like I said, I know some of the spoilers to Aruka Sensei, and I know that like he is he's not just a random background character. Even though like I'd say out of all the Naruto designs, his design is a very simple one. That but he's like a very important like role in his life.
Well, I can't remember anything about him, so my first
oh,
opinions of him was that I don't know. I'm talking like this. My first opinions of him was that he was really cool, and he seemed to have a very similar upbringing as Naruto, so he seems to get him.
that's so funny. I actually really didn't like Aruka Sensei when I started out. I thought he could be a little nicer to Naruto at first. Um, but maybe it's because people treat Naruto so badly in the show that Aruka sometimes being nice to him was like can come off as like, oh, Aruka's kind of cool. I actually thought he was kind of shitty at first,
He
but
seems like he also just didn't really understand. He was just doing like almost like a mob mentality. He's like, okay, we don't like Naruto. We treat him like garbage because he's a nine-tailed fox. Cool. And then I think it resonated with him. Like, actually, we're kind of like the same.
yeah, like he got better towards the end of like the first episode and shit like that. But like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
didn't really love him. Um, enough of that, man. I just wanted to know what you thought because my first initial
Mariah said
reaction
her
was
favorite character was Konohamaru.
No, I didn't.
Just checking.
well, I wanted to ask, what did you guys think about when the teams were put together? Like, did you have any comments on other teams, even if you don't really know them? Like maybe like their vibes, like, or and then what
Well,
did you think about Team Seven?
I love Hinata, so just seeing her in the background the two times they showed me, I was like, oh, she's so cute. She's just a sweetheart.
Is that your Cancer moon? Because I did not think about Hinata when I watched this show. No, no hate, no hate. All opinion based, dude, bro.
Maybe it is. Other than that, I didn't pay attention to any other groups because they weren't important. They're not the main characters.
I think Mariah will like Shikamaru.
Who's that?
He's
I'm not
amazing.
remembering anyone's name all of a sudden.
I think I'd love to see, because this is part of like me not continuing past like, you know, this first, you know, chunk of Naruto into like, you know, the rest is how they all interact with each other, because obviously I only get glimpses when the Team 7 runs into the other teams. So I think I just need more context for how they behave together, or like there's like a one girl on each one, so I like the ratio. You know, he made sure to keep it consistent with, you know, having a girl on at least one of each of the teams. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess when I was first watching the show, when I looked at the teams, I liked looking at how they distributed power. And I know at the beginning you don't know a lot about each character. You only know like the like for example, what's his face? Hinata's cousin. The spoiler man that I told you about, Kaylin. What the fuck is his name? He's got the same eyes as Hinata.
Neji.
Neji. I don't know why the fuck I couldn't think of his name. Like, you know, Neji's comparable to Sasuke, the way they kind of talk in the classroom, but you don't know what his powers are. So, like, I didn't.
And then there's like the Bug Man being the emo with the dog team, and then there's the what's a Shadow Man?
Shikamaru. See, I'm autistic, so when I watch a show and there's like power differences between characters, I really try to pay attention to like who are they insinuating is the best, and like how are the teams evened out. It's okay if you guys didn't notice, because that's a very like specific thing that I like to do. But I noticed like with each team, you could kind of guess which person was the strongest and which person was kind of placed there to like even out. They can't put all the good people on one team.
Details of the other teams in the first 5 episodes, so I didn't really see any of them.
Oh, I think for me it's the attitude. Like, I had just like the way they talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know. Neji gives off shitty vibes, but but what I really want to know about was like, what do you think about Team 7 though? Like the dynamic of Team 7.
I love it.
That's the main characters.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Mariah.
I don't remember them calling them that name.
What? I think that even the way that the team was put together, was like, all right, we put kind of a mix of like the best and the worst scores together to like form this team. And it's also funny because they give very opposite vibes in different ways. Like, you know, Sakura does have this like, you know, superficial side of like treating Naruto differently at first, but like loving Sasuke, and Sasuke's like too moody for anyone, and Naruto's like, come on guys, like believe it, you know. Like very opposite personalities, but like eventually they all like, you know, grow on each other in ways.
Mariah is Sasuke, I'm Naruto, and Kaylin's Sakura. Because Sakura's pink.
Fuck you.
And she's in love with Mariah.
If I were Sakura in this world, I probably wouldn't have a crush on Sasuke. I'd probably have a crush on Inu, and it would be because we had like this, you know, like love-hate relationship where we bully each other but secretly have a crush on her because, you know, she's hot.
Is that the blonde one?
Yes. Let's see the conversation that Mariah wants to talk about. What'd you think about Kakashi then?
By the way, I want to say something real quick on the podcast.
You whore. What?
I did watch this show a little bit when I was a kid. Not all of it, but I watched it enough, like episodes of it, that technically I was a child when they were children, and we grew up together with the show. Like, the characters do become adults. So when I use the word attracted to, I'm using it in the past tense for the, like, obviously the children form, but they do grow up. So I feel like I grew up alongside the teams, just letting the listeners know so that I'm not talking about a minor. I'm not talking about it like that.
Yeah, I watched this show really young. I was in high school, and the Shonen Jump characters, like, they're literally 10. So, like, when I said I liked Sasuke, I liked his vibe, but he was a child. It was more so in Shippuden when he was a teenager. Because I watched this entire show within, like, a month and a half. I was, like, literally doing it every single day. So I went straight from Shonen Jump to Shippuden pretty quickly. So I got to see them as teenagers quickly. So I was like, damn, Sasuke is really fucking hot in Shippuden, but now I'm a grown woman, so like Sasuke is still a teenager now. But they have an adult version of him, and they actually really threw him away in his adult version. So
Oh, they botched all like the Boruto designs of the characters, like most.
well,
Well, most of them.
the manga version of Sakura though is so fucking hot, and I don't know why they didn't do that in the anime. But
I
I
gotta Google it.
digress. Tell me what you thought about Kakashi.
Oh well,
I've always loved Sakura or Kakashi.
he's introduced when they're like finally put together as a team, and he comes in hot as expected.
It's just
He looks
aloofness,
the
man.
damn same.
And he comes in with no emotions, and he's just like, "Okay, you guys are here to work. Here's these 2 bells. You guys have to get the bells, or you don't make it." And he's just like, he doesn't give a fuck. He comes in with his little book, and he's just reading, like, and it's so effortless. Like, give me a man who could do that effortlessly.
Why can I go back, watch these episodes, and still think that Kakashi is so sexy when he did literally nothing,
Nothing.
barely anything, and I'm just like, what
I
is it with the
understand that.
Riz?
But like, what Riz? He didn't do anything. It's just like natural born. Like it comes out of him. I don't know what he did to deserve
exudes
this.
off of him.
I don't know
I
how
don't know.
people who don't understand the attractiveness of Kakashi, when I try to pitch it like a sales pitch, they don't get it. It's either you,
Girl,
or
if you don't get it, what are you doing watching anime at this point? Because like that's just the, you got the silver spiky hair, you have the mask,
You have the
one
mystery.
covered eye, like yeah, the
And I will also
The nice
he,
ass build.
he comes up as an
Mhm.
asshole the first episode you meet him. You're like, what a prick.
I hated him.
What I didn't know from like watching about like how like no one ever passes his thing, I was like getting nervous. Obviously, I knew that they were going to pass, but I was like, what does he do that nobody ever passes? And it was the simplest task in the world.
You don't know why he does that, huh? Nah, you don't know where that test originated from, huh?
I don't either.
Yeah,
Nope.
so I
He gave
won't
a
say
whole
it.
speech about being killed in action.
You guys will find out if you ever watch Naruto where
it's
that
because he
test.
was in a battle and he lost a friend in battle.
Yeah,
You
maybe
don't
they
know.
were instructed to
That's
betray
very
someone.
general. That's very general, my friend. I'm saying you don't know like the legitimate story of what happened.
Yeah,
And when you
I remember watching it. I don't remember the detail though, so
damn. Well,
probably
first of all,
continue watching
them
Naruto Friends
boys,
back.
that girl and them boys really gave Kakashi a run for his money, honestly. They really did. Even Naruto, although he was acting up for the majority of it. Um, when I first watched these episodes when we got to this point, I was so fucking angry at Kakashi when I was in high school. I think it's because I'm autistic too. So like when he was being so hard on them and making them, aka figure out this damn puzzle of these 2 bells, um, it like didn't compute in my head. I was like, I don't see how you can have a team if one of these bitches can't be a part of it. So like I was honestly fuming, like angry, screaming. And by the end of it, when you see why he did what he did, I felt really stupid for getting as angry as I did. But I was really bad with puzzles, and I didn't start going through that shit, like unpacking that shit until high school. So,
Until like last year.
like literally last year, and I'm almost 25, so I'm not gonna be mad at 18-year-old Kinsey for that, or 17-year-old Kinsey, I think.
I like had a feeling from the jump that like he was trying to get them to work together, but I found it so funny that like if that was the goal, these people never worked together before. You threw them in this group and you said, figure it out, work as a team. Which like again, they are children. But
Think
also,
about it though, it's like a characteristic thing. He wants to make sure they have good hearts to start with.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Sakura would have not passed.
So like I think that it makes sense on why they passed in the second go around, but like the first time, like they all have very different approaches to how they succeed in life. So I think it's funny to have these kids with their different approaches be like, the test is that you need to work together, but you don't know that's a test.
The different approaches I don't even think are necessarily bad. I think it's the intention behind it, because when they first did it, they were so individualistic about it. They didn't even care about joining as a team, not because they had different ways of winning, but because they only cared about themselves. And if you're going to be in a team, you have to care about your teammates' success just as much as your own. And I think, besides that, Kakashi was trying to teach them that, like, it doesn't matter the success of the stupid ass fucking mission if you lose your friend. And as you could tell from the first time, they weren't thinking about that because he hadn't said it. But I'm saying they were only thinking about themselves. They weren't thinking about, like, how sad it would be. In a real life mission, if you lost this mission, that means one of your friends died. Not like, you know. So I thought he was, like, pretty OP for that, What did you guys think about Sasuke offering his food first?
Oh, romance from the beginning. Like that man, even though he's moody as hell, like he has a heart. Like obviously, we all know his past. I don't know if Mariah knows his past, but like it didn't matter about the mission. Didn't matter about what this bitch he secretly liked. Sasuke was like, or Sakura was like, but we shouldn't. Kakashi said no. He's like, I don't give a fuck. He's hungry, and I love that. Like, there's this attitude of he doesn't really know Naruto, but he doesn't give a shit. He's like, he's too moody to care that people don't like Naruto. That's what it is. He's like, I don't care you guys don't like him, but like, I'm not gonna watch the poor bastard sit here and starve. Like, shit.
It's giving like very Scorpio energy of like, I don't like I emotionally care. Like, I don't need to die, but also like I don't care enough to show the emotional attachment to it. It's like, here, take the food, I guess.
I know.
Very early romance. And when I say romance, I obviously mean bromance, but listen.
But they did kiss.
The joke that Mariah made at the beginning saying that I'm Naruto, like, so we have this running joke in Genshin that Mariah has 2 boyfriends in it. We're not counting I'll hate them because I'll hate them's taken. Like, Mariah tries to get with him, but she can't.
Valid.
The real thing is her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend is, what's his fucking face? Child. And he keeps trying to get back together with her, and her current best friend is in love with her, which is, what's his name?
Choma.
Why can't I remember shit tonight? Whatever.
Even I remember that one, huh?
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, when I watch Naruto, I feel like, first of all, I feel like I'm Naruto, but if Naruto and Sasuke were both my options, Naruto would be the best friend that I do love and care about, but, like, Sasuke is my toxic ex that I just can't stop, like, going back to. And because I feel like Naruto, I feel like Sasuke is my toxic boyfriend that I'm in love with, and he does care about me. He gave me food. He wanted me to be okay. Like, I inserted myself into this.
My toxic ex in Naruto is Itachi, but the one that I'm currently, like, best friends with, also in love with, is Kakashi. But, like, it's like a toxic ex.
Like, where he stays your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. Damn, it's like a 2-in-1,
I know.
You still get the emotional support, but, like, off and on in a romantic way,
Exactly. I wouldn't complain.
Rock Lee is my healthy relationship. I don't have a toxic ex. I don't have a friend that is trying to get with me. It's just Rock Lee.
Dude, Rock Lee's so devoted, though. At the end of the day, I think the only thing that would be missing in a relationship with Rock Lee is, like, are you passionate for him?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be passionate for Rock Lee.
Let me tell you. In any show, in any anime, like, there's a pattern with me. It's the Leo Venus. My favorite character, my first fucking anime crush ever from Inuyasha is Koga. In those first episodes he shows up, he's like pouring his devotion to Kagome. He's like, forget this fool. I'll be there for you forever.
But Koga's hot.
You. Well,
Koga's hot.
You get the Rock Lee, and Rock Lee is like, I will never hit a woman, and I will, even if they're my enemy, and Sakura, I will protect you to the bitter end. I will die for you. Like, you know what I mean?
This is where I knew I was a bad person growing up, because when Caitlin decided, when she was watching Inuyasha, because I was watching at the same time, I looked at Koga and I said, I still pick Inuyasha.
You want the toxic?
First of all, Koga is literally just as hot as Inuyasha, so you can't tip it on the hotness scale. Second of all, he's devoted. He's not even just trying to fuck Kagome. Like, he's devoted to her and obsessed with her. So you're telling me out of those 2 fuckers, you were gonna choose Inuyasha?
Inuyasha gets
Inuyasha. That's how I should have known I was into toxic men.
Let me tell you. Inuyasha has a misogynistic side of feeling power hungry and self-absorbed that it takes aging, like wine for him to become attractive, to literally find that gentle side. I don't want to wait for that. I want this wolf man to show up and kidnap me.
Well, besides the Inuyasha comparison,
I'm just saying, the Leo Venus, you give me a character who's devoted from the beginning. I don't have
can't
to
say I
wait
don't
for
care
it.
how ugly they are. I want them to love
And we haven't
me.
met him
I
yet.
don't even think Rock Lee's ugly. I love his brows. We could be matching.
I love Gara as well.
I
And
don't.
we haven't
I
met Gara
don't
yet.
think. I don't think Rock Lee is ugly. I'm just saying, compared to other characters, he's not as hot. Especially in
I like
Shippuden.
the bowl cut.
In Shippuden, when they give him when they make him a little older, he's honestly cuter in Shippuden than his
Maybe I'm a
punky ass.
demisexual because, like, I think that, like, for me, I'm like, especially like it's the ninja body too. I don't even care if he's slimmer than the other ones. Like, you're right. Kakashi's got the build. Like,
You got the build.
maybe it's the demisexual. I'm just like,
Well, anyways, what I was saying was the manga actually shows Sasuke blushing when he's around Sakura, and when they're on the stairs, when they're like just put into a team, and she's like talking about when Kakashi was like, "What's your goal?" or like, "What do you want in life?" and she's like, "I want a certain someone." In the manga, he's blushing with when he has his hands like this. He's like, but he's blushing. And it's because he actually finds Sakura cute and he does like her, but Sasuke is on a mission. He
Yeah.
said that he's got shit to do and he's not going to let no poontang get in the way of that shit, okay? Sakura, on the other hand, has no mission in life other. What'd you say?
He gives his speech like 3 times throughout the 5 episodes where he goes, "I will become a ninja and I will return to my homeland and defeat a certain someone." And I'm like, obviously
The
we
way
know
he
who
says,
someone is.
the way he says a certain someone literally is so fucking cringe, dude. Like when I was in high school, I was like, whoa, who's this person? And watching it now, it's like, girl, get over yourself. Like you sound
Imagine
so
if this
embarrassing.
shit though was dubbed in today's standards. Take the same actors. I think the direction would have been a lot less cringy because that shit was like filtered very much so to be aired on kids' television. So,
Yeah. Where's Mariah going?
oh, can I say something else?
Yes.
I love the voice actor to Naruto in English. I've literally heard people complain about it, and I love her. I love her as like, I don't know, even into adult Naruto, I think it still fits.
She's literally perfect. And here's the thing. Kayla and I have said this so many times about dubbed animes and stuff like that. There are only a few dubbed animes that either do better than their fucking sub version or are on par with the sub version. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, the dubbed Naruto I think is better than the subbed version. I like the subbed version. I also think
Mm-hmm.
that the Japanese voice actor for Naruto um, is perfect. I really love them, but
Mm-hmm.
like they sound very similar as well to the English voice actor. But I just like the voice actor even more. I think she literally embodies Naruto and does her job. Did her job perfectly.
Girl, I found out recently. I'll probably bring this up again next week, and then this is a side tangent. We'll get back on it, but like I found out that Carol's voice actor is the same in Japanese and in English, and I think it's so good. I listened to both clips. I was like, that is so interchangeable. Like it's so seamless. I love it.
I wish I was fluent in Japanese, to be honest.
Yeah, but we got to learn Spanish because it's more relevant to living in
We
America.
do. I
Like,
know we do.
yeah, I mean, I love people who on that grind to like, go out to Japan, either be English teachers or just like live their life, their little Tokyo lifestyle. I learn it. What's the point? Like, if anything, it spoils the openings for me because then I can kind of hear like the haiku sounding esque, songs, and maybe I just want to jam. Maybe I want to jam and not even sing along.
Maybe I want to jam to gibberish.
It's not gibberish, but
No, I'm saying it.
I
It
guess that's
sounds
kind of
like
what I said. I
sounds
apologize,
like
but like
something.
maybe I just like the feeling moved by the music.
No, I wasn't joking. I wasn't. I was just saying, as in,
It's basically gibberish to
like,
us because we
yes,
don't
yes.
know what they're
I don't
saying.
understand it, so I just use the word gibberish as in like I don't understand it, so I want to listen to the music.
I had a pen pal from Japan on one of the like these random apps I downloaded in middle school because I had no one to talk to, and they were from Japan and they were working on their English, and so I was just like, yeah, I'll talk to you from Japan, and I like, I like the idea of learning Japanese at the time, and we were talking about like anime openings and stuff, and they're like, I love American music, and I was like, I love like anime openings, and they were like, I don't, because I feel like American music gets a lot deeper, whereas like Japanese lyrics sometimes are very surface level. And they gave me examples, and I was like, I am not Japanese, I cannot have an opinion, but it was a very interesting opinion coming from a Japanese person who liked American music more.
That was so interesting that they said that, because I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, but from the English translations that I've seen from Japanese songs, I've been like, why does this sound so like surface level? I'm not saying there isn't Japanese music out there that doesn't have like a deeper lyrics, because like the Your Name translation, like love reading the Your
Oh
Name
yeah.
song translations. And there's obviously stupid ass songs in America, but I will say some of the Japanese translations to English
It
from
could
these
be
Maybe
like
it's
people.
a translation issue.
exposed
You
Yeah,
to.
know?
maybe it's a translation issue, you know?
It also could be like what you're getting exposed to is like mainstream pop music. Like I think if we took like what's on the radio and gave it to like different cultures, they would also probably be like, this isn't that deep, versus like
That's
Yeah.
what's
true.
behind a CD. You know?
Yeah, you're
That's a
completely
good
right.
point. Like, you think about what's trending, like you said, and it's like very simple, like
Like
catchphrases that don't translate well.
Yeah, and I'm mostly talking about like anime openings. So like I don't even know what like Japanese music is really written like that is not,
Yeah.
anime openings.
I
So
just
I
thought it was an
really
interesting
I have
opinion from
no
someone.
credentials to really be saying any of that.
Yeah.
Just was
But
talking about the anime openings, but
yeah, I decided to shift
Well,
gears
speaking of
because
anime openings, I
oh,
skipped the Naruto one every time.
did you watch
the
it once?
first one?
Oh yeah, I watched it the first time.
Did you
What?
like the Naruto opening?
Nope.
Why not?
Did you like the Naruto ending?
I didn't mind the ending.
I like the ending.
Why didn't you like the opening? I think the opening is literally like so iconic, and it like hypes
It
me
wasn't
up so much.
popping like I thought it was going to.
Let me tell you, the second opening gets me raging in the gym. It's so good.
Oh my
You
god.
give me a raspy Japanese person just like belting their heart out into a song, and I could lift anything. I could lift a car off of someone.
I
Oh my
can
God.
lift anything. Kaylin, you're funny. You're a funny dude.
Yeah,
It's so
I didn't
true.
think it was like really getting me going. Like when I hear season 3 haiku, and I'm like,
I know. I was just girl. You beat me to it. I was gonna say when I hear burnout syndrome, I can do anything, can lift anything.
or like when Attack on Titan comes through, I'm like ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Pledge of
Ready
Allegiance.
to give my heart. You don't know your pledges, Brian.
I don't.
Um, it's weird at this point. Like we could talk about designs and stuff like that because there's really nothing else to talk about in regards to
Yeah,
stories. This is
tell
the
me why
first
my
5
man
episodes.
Kakashi never changes design throughout the whole show.
Yes, he does.
Because why fix something if it ain't broken?
I guess you're not wrong.
Why did they change things for the worse?
Okay. Kakashi's design actually does start to change
Yeah.
when he
Can I
gets
get my opinions?
old. Shut up. When he gets like 40, 45, it does start to change a little bit. He starts looking a little ran through.
Yeah.
But you do only see the younger kids and stuff like that change from Shonen Jump to Shippuden, and then in Boruto you do get to see the teachers that they have get really old, and obviously Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are the grown adults now at this point.
Mhm. Also, we didn't talk about the old man.
Oh,
I
he's the
hate
worst
that man.
fucking man ever. Like literally, he's like paying Naruto's rent. That's all he does.
Kaylin worded it perfectly the other day. She said, "Damn, the Hokage really said, here's some milk, here's your rent. Leave people alone. Goodbye." And he like shut the door.
I
It's like,
thought
I
it was so
promise to take
interesting
care of
hearing
your
him talk
child.
about the breakdown of like the Nine Tail and exactly what Naruto was or who Naruto was. But I thought it was interesting that they had this agreement that like anyone born past this incident wasn't allowed to know about Naruto being the Nine Tail Fox. Obviously, I'm sure it comes up. I just never seen that episode because I've only seen like some of the like iconic episodes of Naruto. But I thought it was interesting that they had this whole thing where like no one was allowed to know, and I was like, no one's allowed to know at all. And
Yeah, Naruto didn't even know.
yeah, I mean, yeah, and he was also saying that like these people will all look at him with these cold eyes because they all are aware of who he is. And
Yeah,
I was like, okay, this old man's setting him up for failure, low key.
I think what he was trying to do, which I don't think he did it. I don't think what he wanted to happen was successful, clearly, but I think he was trying to basically bury this historical event so that maybe future people could be nicer to Naruto. But he clearly did not think about the adults who were alive and aware when it happened, and they were going to tell their children, okay, I can't tell you why, but don't talk to that kid.
Yeah.
So Naruto was still treated like shit, even though that fuck ass bitch was saying, don't talk about it to try to
Yeah.
help his ass.
And I find it so interesting that like it was one of the like what are they called? The Hokages. He didn't he die so that Naruto could be formed? Is that what they had said? So like at this point, if we're seeing these people as like these upper beings, these like masters of the world, why are we not having faith that the sacrifice that was given was for a good cause?
That
Like, why are we
always
still seeing
bothered me
Naruto as this
too.
like demon when somebody literally was like, "I have faith in my soul by giving it up." So
I've
this kid,
also thought the same thing. Like, I think it's weird for the old town to act racist about it. Maybe it's a superstition, but like, I would have felt the same way with almost like this. Instead of the opposite hand, it would be this honoring. Like, we thank you for being the
Yes.
vessel for this. Like, why
which is
treat you like
kind of
shit for just what?
Naruto just was formed through the Nine-Tailed Fox, but someone literally gave up their being to do this. It's not like he was just an accidental thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always wondered that too. I think it just came down to people being like the easier option is to hate somebody because at the end of the
That is
day,
true.
Naruto does represent the nine-tailed fox to these people. Like he represents the fox that killed their family members and their friends and stuff like that. So being around him, people are afraid because they're like that presence is not dead within you. Like it
Mhm.
literally exists within you. So when I look at you, I'm thinking about the fox that I literally watched killed my best friend or killed my wife, right? So I think people couldn't see past the fear that Naruto's presence brought because in all honesty, it did bring fear. Like he was a walking like demon holder, you know what I'm saying? And if you watched that demon come down and kill people, like maybe you're not going to think as rationally. I still don't think it's cool. I think they're grown adults and I think they should just gotten over it. Like
I think Caitlin said it right. It's just like racism. It's easier to hate than it is
yes,
to
yes.
accept.
I think that's completely true because like I said, even if they were afraid of him because he was the demon that killed his friends, more so he's holding the demon that killed their friends and family, they should have been able to just been like, let me set aside my fear and accept that you are just a person, but instead it's easier to be racist and shitty, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, what was the next? Oh, the designs. What, Kaylin, you start off with the designs. I was just gonna ask you guys like, what'd you think of maybe Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi's design, or anybody else that
Can
you
I?
wanted to
Can
mention?
I? Can I take
Yeah,
over?
yes, Sasuke is a bad husband. Please continue speaking.
Okay. I'll start with Team Seven. Mariah, if you ever want to like cut me off to talk about maybe that same person just for a minute, I don't want to take the whole show, but the little kiddos version, Shonen Jump, the little cuties, and I like how in the next, Shippuden stays consistent and Sakura gets honestly an upgrade, her first upgrade. I think it gets better. Naruto, I like it. It also gets better. Sasuke stays consistent, and then we let's just focus on Sakura for a second. She just keeps getting better. I love her little dot on her head she gets. I like when her hair becomes a little more like, less layers and like a cute little like sleeky look. I think it fits her. She gets the big yitties, like it all flattering, all suits. Naruto, why does Minato look like a better adult Naruto than Baruto Naruto? I don't like it at all. Sasuke, I think that his Baruto design also just felt like it almost feels like diluted water just a little bit compared to his earlier designs. And I just kind of wish he had just a tinge bit more of that edge and personality that was there in the earlier seasons. It's not the worst from Baruto, not even as bad as Naruto's, but that's my opinion of the three. Hinata only gets better. Holy crap. Like, the longer hair does it for me. Also, she's just a very pretty girl. Like, I like that she starts out as, like, a cute girl in class that, like, he doesn't notice. And, like, she just grows into, like, such a nice, kind, attractive woman. Like, can't do anything wrong. Her teacher, though, I don't know why she chopped off her hair, like, off like that. It looked ugly.
While
Um,
we're talking of for in the future of character designs, you know who they did dirty?
Oh,
Gara.
I thought she was gonna
really
say
look this
Rock
up.
Lee because Rock Lee's adult version is also really bad.
It's so bad.
But
I was gonna get to
but
that too.
the worst person that they did more than Naruto, more than Sasuke, was Gaara, and I don't know why they did that to
They
him.
had so much potential with that man.
Let me
You
see.
know, Mara wants to say what she wants to say about
Ew.
Sasuke, but if you think about it, Gaara is the same font as Sasuke. He's the same shit,
Hold
just a
on,
different font. So like, I don't
y'all.
know
I
what
found
you complain
something
about.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. I don't know what drugs that designer
As
was
I've
on.
mentioned before, Gara was my favorite when I was a child growing up and I knew nothing about Naruto. I saw that scene, that one fight scene, I said, I like him. And
What's
then
crazy is that Gaara's like the most psychotic out of all of them.
I know, he's literally a crazy motherfucker. I'm aware of how insane that man is in the brain, but it's okay because young Mariah was like, I
I
like
just
him.
saw 5555 on the
Told you
podcast.
I thought he was the bad guy when I watched Naruto for the first time. I was like, that's the bad guy. I shouldn't like him. And then when I got older, and I said, you know what? I wonder what happened to these funny people from Naruto. And I Google searched and I saw Gara, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baruto. I don't know what it was. I don't know who on the design team retired. It just the thing is they got so like, and when I say cooler, I mean like it reminded me of Pokemon. Like a good Pokemon evolution is you get Charizard. Charizard's not uh worse than Charizard. He's great in the ways that a first level Pokemon should be. And then Charizard is exactly what Charmander should evolve into. And I think that a lot of the Baruto characters fall flat. They almost like just digress a little bit with cool factor. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know, I
Um
think a true Sakura hater is the person who drew her for the Baruto manga. Like truly. I mean for the Baruto show because the manga, she's so damn sexy. She's so fucking sexy. And whoever drew her for the anime was like, I hate her and I'm going to make sure she comes off very badly. Hold on, I need to share my screen. What is this?
um I gotta say, just two more characters, please. I'm gonna take the microphone back just a second. Wait, three more technically. Inu only gets better. I personally like when she has her hair down. It's ethereal as fuck, and she got the biggest yitties. But like that's not what matters. I love blondes. And then Rockley, he gets better, and then he gets really worse. And then Neji, I feel like the Baruto team could have done better on Neji's design.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Mm,
This ain't bad. I mean, I don't like the short hair, but like this ain't bad. But then in the Baruto manga, a different artist draws Naruto, not the original artist. This is the original artist right here. So they really fucked him up. Like in here, you know, like that's bad. That's really not good.
did you miss my joke, Kinsey?
Yeah, no, I didn't miss it, but I can't say anything. So
All right, just needed the listeners to who
the
know, you
listeners
know.
will know. Let's see here. Let's check out Sasuke in the This is a manga drawing him. That's good. Like that's
That's good.
sexy. That's good. But the way they animate this motherfucker, they really threw that shit away, dog. They really threw
They
it away.
like flattened his hair too
I
much, and
I
also he
will
just
say that the way Kaylin described his design being flattened and all that stuff, I straight up feel like the way they drew this man, he looks
look
like
at that.
I don't want to make this joke. I feel like it's too insensitive, so I have to find a different way to say it. It looks like he got dominated by his wife in the worst ways possible, where he lost all of his edge. He lost
You know
all
what
his
it is? It's
cool.
like imagine if this kind of character showed up in a regular Naruto Shippuden episode. He would seem very background, almost like a flashback episode of like maybe one of his uncles. It doesn't seem like it should be the third evolution to Sasuke, like a Charizard to a Charmander. You know?
It doesn't. It looks like he literally got sad after he
And you
evolved.
see how
Check
cool
this
their
out. You see
designs
this?
were.
You see this? This
Oh,
is the manga version. Sexy. What's that? What
they
isn't
is
that
that?
the lipstick?
she's like a mommy on the right.
I know
Yeah, it
because
is
she is a
mommy.
mother. She is a motherfucking mother, and I don't know what the fuck. Look, look. Yes. So this is the bitch that drew Baruto's anime, which is not the original artist. This is the anime version of adult Sakura, and this is the literal correct version, which is designed after
So disrespectful.
What's her face? Her
That's
fucking
giving how
sensei.
Inu looks with her hair down. Like, this very mature, like, even Inu feels like she gets, like, younger after her, like, long hair version. You know what I mean?
What's her name? What's her fucking sensei's name? Why can't I think of anything? Blonde
Tsunade?
bitch. Yes. God, I think I need to get on some like memory pills or something. You know,
Maybe. But you'd
like
forget to take them.
her adult version of herself. Do you see what Tsunade looks like right here?
Yeah, mommy.
This is what Sakura looks like in the drawn manga. More like she doesn't look like what they chose to make her look like in the anime. Like she looks more like
Yeah,
Tsunade.
it's so surprising for such a successful anime that, like, you think the budget for it should have been, like, poured into it. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
feels as if, like, the wrong people in power had the wrong decisions. Like, that's the only reason I can imagine why it went so wrong.
Yeah, I will say Sakura looked real cute in the movie. Like this is right before she turns into a mommy because she wasn't a mother yet. This is like them in their early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Naruto in his early 20s. He's not even married to Tsunade yet. I mean,
You mean
Hinata. Hinata, bitch. Shit, I'm gonna kill myself. There's a lot of porn on the screen right now.
I know.
Rule 34. It exists.
Rule 34. Let's try it.
No, don't search that.
No, I'm coming up with something else. Ha, coming up. Rule 34.
No, don't search that.
Why not?
But
Rule 34 literally means like if it exists and there's porn of it. That's like
No,
what
I know.
Rule 34 means.
I'm not Googling the phrase itself. I'm just trying it out.
I thought that's what you were Googling. I was like, Kaylin, there's always porn of everything. That's just the truth.
So my opinion overall about Naruto, because I'll ask you guys after, is that I genuinely feel like Naruto has feelings for Sasuke, and I think that it should be a confirmed gay anime. And although I love Sakura and Sasuke, I think they're such a cute couple. I genuinely feel like Naruto
There's more
loved.
romance between
I
those
think
two.
I think the author shouldn't have put so much romance between Naruto and Sasuke. If he would have cut out like half of it, I would have been Team Sakura and Sasuke, but I'm not. I'm Team Naruto and Sasuke. All right?
I get it. And they kiss like at least what, twice on the show?
I don't know. I thought it was one time.
There's a filler episode where they kiss.
Shit.
It's another accident one. Haha, funny gay.
Ah, funny gay. Yep. So, what do you guys think about the show?
I've always wanted to eventually watch Naruto front to back, considering I've only watched episodes with my brother. I know it's just really long, but it is like a dream of mine to literally one of my goals would be to, if I could ever get myself to do it, would be to watch the big three, but I can't.
Do you know what the big three are, Mariah?
Yeah, One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto.
Okay, just checking.
But I could never get myself to watch One Piece, so it's
just start with Naruto. Because the cool thing about Naruto, take out the filler. There's a list you can look up where it tells you what filler.
I'd watch the filler. I couldn't get myself to do it.
Why would you watch the filler?
Because I don't want to miss out on any joke.
No, Mariah, when I promise you there's a list out there that will tell you what fillers to watch and which ones are an absolute waste of time. I watched the whole damn show, girl. I watched the filler. And there are so many fillers that are just
made. Well, maybe Mariah wants to have that opinion firsthand.
I don't care. I think that I should be in charge of everybody and tell them exactly what to do.
And remember when I thought you were too impatient to sit through season 1 of Attack on Titan because it can get lengthy compared to the rest of the show? And then you said that was a mistake?
Attack on Titan, there is not one fucking episode in Attack on Titan that doesn't relate back to the plot. Alright? Even if season 1 you don't really know what the hell is going on, it's still all is so purposeful.
Listen, this was sophomore year. I didn't trust you.
There are episodes
I'm being honest. All I knew is you were this impatient ass fire sign who,
there are
had a lot of energy. I was like, she don't have the energy to sit down for that long.
Shut up.
I underestimated you. You did watch all of Naruto.
Anyway, I would share Naruto with any single person in the whole world.
Why'd she say that like so romantically? In the whole world. I have one more thing to say after Kaylin says her opinion. What, Kaylin? What do you think about
I would also share Naruto. I think that I want to gaslight my kids, basically, and restrict current media that's out there if I don't think it's good enough, and raise them as if they were raised in our generation and show them only what's good. And when they go to school and they try to, like, relate to other stuff with their classmates, they might be like, oh, you don't know what Roblox is? And they're like, no, I don't, but have you seen Naruto? It's really cool. And they're like, the reborn Jesus that, like, brings good media back to the earth, because, like, they'll share it with those kids. You know what I mean? Like, spread the gospel.
I loved that response, Kaylin. I'm gonna have to give you a gold star for that one. There you go. That was really good. I was gonna say that there was a comment made earlier about, I don't remember who said it, that Naruto's so fucking long, and that I think it was Kaylin, that they've never been able to commit to it because it's so long. But the truth is that I'm a slow burn person. Okay? If it's not romance, I can still slow burn it out if it's a good ass plot. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So for Naruto, for me, all that got me hooked to watch this damn show was the fact that I connected with Naruto and that he wanted to be Hokage. So I was going to watch this damn show till I saw that fucking happen. And then on top of it, the plot gets so fucking good with each arc. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I love it so much that I was able to commit to it anyways in the first place. So sorry that some of us are not slow burn lovers, but I will always commit to something because I'm a Virgo moon. And if I like it enough, you ain't peeling me away from it, dude.
Alright, I have to respond to that because I wished that you were still a, fucking middle schooler going through puberty, feeling, touch starved, but also you're alone and single and you don't have a boyfriend, and was watching Inuyasha, because I feel like when you watch it all, like, it just won't have that, like, hook in your lip pulling you through, like it did me wanting to watch all of it. As, like, freaking, like I said, touch starved as I was then. Additionally, maybe that's how I felt about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I felt like I don't know, not resonated, but, like, it's supposed to be, like, a little bit, like, a tinge bit of drama, or, like, some sad backstory stuff, and, like, that really hooked it for me, but maybe somebody who's seen other anime with other tragedies wouldn't find it that sad or that deep, but, it was to me. So I hope that the way that it pulled you through Naruto, I hope that, it clicks for me and I just can't put down Naruto the way that it does for you. Maybe I'm in the thick of it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I hope that you can get through the two shows that took my anime virginity.
Mm-hmm. I will get there.
I'll get there too, I promise.
No, you won't, Kayla. We've been friends for over 5 years now. You still haven't watched it. You won't.
I'm asking for, like,
you won't even get past
100 to 200.
I will turn 30.
You're asking for 700, and that's what those two shows combined.
I will turn 30, and you still won't have watched the show.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
You will turn 30, and you have not seen the 120 episodes
this December.
Okay, there's about 100-ish episodes of Inuyasha. You won't have seen that all by the time you're 30. And there's only like 60-something to Brotherhood, and you will not before you're 30. You know what? You and I are, like, we've said this before. You are Kakashi, I am Guy, and the second we challenge each other, we just don't stop running. So
There's a bruise on my arm.
We'll see who really shows up.
Look at the bruise on my arm.
I'm gonna lick it.
Mariah's Obito. She doesn't know who that is.
Nope.
They're black.
No, they're not.
That was racist of you, Kinsey.
What?
Why do I have to be the black person?
They're not black. Kaylee said they're black, but they're not. You're actually Killer B, and he is black. I'm kidding.
Why is that name itself black coded?
Yes. Well, he's really cool. And he raps.
Itachi.
Huh?
I'm Itachi.
That makes sense because Itachi and Kakashi get in a fight and neither of them win. It's like a draw. So it's it's like Mariah and I were like,
my Virgo rising going after your Virgo moon.
I was telling
my Virgo moon
earlier.
Read his smut.
I was like, Mariah, even if you were my white friend out of all the evolutions, you still, just personality-wise, would be Umbreon out of all the evolutions. And, like, I'm like, you're not Glaceon. You're not Leafeon. Like, you're not none of those. You're Umbreon.
One am I?
Itachi one. Which one are you? Let me turn back around and look at my collection.
Ask
You're
me, what,
Leafeon.
ask me what I'm sharing next week.
Right.
What? It's not your
What are you
turn.
sharing?
Yes, it is.
It is. Oh, dang it.
Mariah, what are you sharing? Even though I already know what it is.
Next week, I'm sharing a romantic classic. It
Anime.
can't get better than this, everyone. True
Come
love
on,
only
Kaylee.
exists in this one setting, and that would
Kaylee,
be
you should know.
High School Musical 3.
Yeah. Did you forget, Kaylin?
I'm so excited. No, I just forgot it wasn't my turn. I knew what it was.
Oh.
Doesn't get more romantic than this shit, bitches.
I'm so excited to hear Mariah's
Telling
review.
everyone to
I
regress
hope
to their
Sharpay finally
15-year-old
ends up
self.
with the one she loves.
What?
I said I hope Sharpay finally ends up with the one she loves.
Oh, she does. I need everyone to pretend that they are 15 years old again, and they love the idea of love, and they think that whoever they end up with in high school is their endgame soulmate, and watch High School Musical 3.
Does anyone kidnap their crush? Are any of them wolf demons? Dang, I'm just kidding. Because when I was 15, that was what I was up to.
Anyway, that's what I'm picking for next week. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm just
I
being a
got a lot to
goofball
say
I'm
around the
about
excited
that.
because Mariah's not kidding when she says this is the romantic one.
I'm really excited.
This
The way
one
you
had
guys
me
described
kicking
this
my
one being the
feet
best.
when I was 11. I was like,
Yep.
I'll make sure to sit down theatrical style with some popcorn.
Yes, it was the first one released in movie theaters, so that's the right way to watch it.
All right, I'll definitely put good intentions when I'm sitting down watching it. Like, get the vibes right.
Thank you. I'll update my tier list.
Kinsey's dancing like she's in Anastasia.
Yes. No, she knows what she's doing. So.
What if she's never seen it too, Brian? How would you know?
I have
You
seen
wouldn't
it.
know.
I have seen it.
Talk to you guys next week.
They put on a production.
They did.
Goodbye.
Bye.